All right, welcome back. We're going to be going over some of the plugins and sort of the routing that is happening within this template. This one might be a little bit of a longer video, but bear with me. So I'm in the mix view of the session, and this sort of allows me to see what I have on my mixing board. Just think of it as a mixing board. You can kind of see how everything is laid out according to the hook, the verse, the layers, the adlibs. Now, all of that, the vocals that you're going to be recording, all of these are being sent to the vocal bus. This vocal bus is going to have some processing on it. And when we start to run audio through the template, we're going to be able to really see what this processing is doing. Also, that is running a parallel, which is going to give us a little bit of a thickening and a little bit more weight to your vocals. It's going to be great. You're going to hear that. And then also you're going to be able to affect the volume of all of the effects that are being routed in the template. You see this over here on the right hand side. We have plate, hall, room, quarter note, eighth note, amp simulator, and ear candy. All of that is being routed to this effects fader. So this is where all of the effects from all the vocals are going to be sort of meeting. And then from there, you'll be able to reduce and add and EQ and shape it and all that. Next to that is the beat. So this is the main beat channel. I'm going to flip over back to the edit window. This is where right here, your beat is going to sit. And then we're going to have a couple options for what we're going to be able to do with this beat. We can even drop it down into a beat filter where the beat will filter out on certain parts of the song that you're working on. It's a cool effect. Give it like an underwater effect. That is, something that you can always experiment with as well with different styles of that. Now we're going to go and look a little bit closer at the record track. Going back over to my edit window. This is where you're going to be recording your vocals. So right now I have my interface locked in. I'm going to put it on my left channel. Now I should be getting some volume coming in here. Let's see. There we go. Okay, I'm going to hit record. I'm going to kind of talk back and show you that this is where you'll be recording all your vocals. Check 1, 2, mic check 1, 2, mic check 1, 2. This is a audio test to see if we can get vocals and audio through onto the recording side. All right. So now that is going to be what you're going to be recording. This is the channel you're going to be recording all your vocals into. All right. I'm going to disengage that. And this is where you're going to live when you're recording your vocals. You're going to live right here on this channel. You'll be able to select what you've recorded. So for example, I'm going to say, for example, that was part of my hook. I'm going to drag and drop that down there. And I'm going to record another part right here. And then I'm going to drag and drop, say, for example, I did, right? Drag and drop that down here, right? This is kind of the cascading concept that I want to show you guys how to do that and how actually so convenient it is, how it lays everything down for you. So what does that mean? Now let's go into this hook portion. This is a folder. It's a routing folder. All of this audio that's here is routed to the hook. This is routed to go to the vocals up here, right? So this folder, routing folder, is receiving audio from these two audio tracks. And this is where we do some processing. I'm going to break down the processing on the hook because it's actually all similar through all of them, right? So we got some lo-fi saturation. This gives it a little bit of grit. This is actually a really famous plugin in Pro Tools. People say that it sort of makes things stand out. The more you use distortion and actually add some saturation, things sound fuller. It's really great. This is a basic EQ from Pro Tools, stock EQ. You can see I have already some settings that we're going to manipulate once we get some audio flowing through there. And then we have the TDR. This is the Slick EQ from Nova. If you decided to install this, this is what you'll have. If not, don't worry about it, but I'll show you how to use this. is an EQ. And then we have a de-esser. This will help the sibilance in the vocal. And then another EQ, but this is going to give a little bit of I would call it more of a depth, make the vocals full, the way that we're going to use it to control some of it in the boost, and also to control some of the bassiness of the vocals. You're going to love it. You're going to enjoy that. And then we have the TDR Nova. This in itself, the way I have it set is set to control some of the mid-range of the vocal that might become a little ear-piercing. If you decided to install that, you'll have that as well. And then from there, some compressors. We have the 76 on a fast attack, slow release. And then we have the LA2A, so the BF2A. This is another compressor that's just going to control all the volume and just get things nice and full. And then the ensemble, which will add a little bit of a chorus effect to the chorus, to the hook. That's a basic rundown of some of the plugins that we have. I'm going to show you how to manipulate these once we go into that part of the class. From there, that's almost the exact same. If I say, for example, these are my verse vocals, I'll drop these down and we'll do the exact same thing. The only thing that's missing here is going to be the ensemble. The reason I have the ensemble in here is because it's intended to give width. Layers. Layers has a little bit of different processing, but it's very similar. One of the things that's different is we have a little bit more width plugins. So air chorus and stereo width, these are all stock plugins that you'll be able to activate as well on your end. The Adlibs, ensemble. The Adlibs actually get a little bit more complicated, and probably better that I show you how those work when we go into actually processing audio through here. And then the effects. The effects, I'm using Reverb, Reverb 1, different instances of Reverb 1, mod delay, another mod delay for the quarter note, eighth note. I think you're going to love how I set these up for you, so you don't have to touch anything. All the settings are already set. That'll work well, blend well. So all of that audio is being routed over here. We're going to go over to the Submaster. If you can look over on your left-hand side here. So that has an EQ, which is a typical type of EQ that is doing a little bit smiley curve, giving a boost on the low, a boost on the highs, controlling some of the mids and the mid-range. And then a channel strip EQ, which is sort of doing the same thing as well. Let me make that one active. This is doing a boost on the low end, a boost on the high end. And then the TDR Nova. So do some multi-band. Looks a lot of crazy there, but I'll show you exactly what we're doing once we get there. And then this, hopefully you did download this and install this. This is going to be your mastering compressor. Definitely something that you want to have at your fingertips. It's free, might as well. Then the loudness is going to come from the Maxim, and we'll show you exactly how to get that nice and loud. I already got a threshold set for you. The ceiling is set. Everything is set, ready to go. Okay, so let's move on to next portion of this lesson, and we will see you then.